Hey guys, it's Kimmy Kruger. Thanks for coming back. Today I'm going to talk about Don't Breathe. I figured I know a couple people have done reviews on it, but we just seen it like 2 weeks ago, I believe. So haven't had a chance to do a review on it yet. So I figured I would do that now. I'm not going to give any spoilers away because I know it's still relatively a new movie. So I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet. So I'm just gonna kind of talk about it without giving any spoilers away. Um, the first thing actually that interested me in this movie was, and this was the first thing that I seen that I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna see this movie. It was when it said it was from the creators of The Evil Dead, the remake. I'm a huge fan of the Evil Dead remake, so I was instantly on board with this. And then, of course, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name, but the lead girl that was in Don't Breathe, she was also the lead girl that was in Evil Dead, and I really liked her. So that was the first thing that really struck a chord with me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna see that movie. The second thing was the plot. I think that the plot is very different. It's not something you really hear of that often, so I thought it was different and unique, and we need that in today's movie world because we don't have a lot of that. Now, as far as the movie goes, I really thought all the actors were pretty good. Also, the plot was pretty good. It's pretty much what you expect when you see the movie. There are some twists and stuff in there that kind of take you back, and you're like, oh, okay. So that happens, and just the lead man in it is awesome. I mean, it's kind of hard to not give any spoilers, but I mean, what a badass. He really is. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know it's awesome. But it's also, and I think somebody else I know said this too. You kind of sometimes you feel sorry for him. Like you find yourself feeling sorry for him, even though he's supposed to be like the bad guy. But technically, in my opinion, I mean, you know, based on the trailer that they break into the guy's house. So technically they're not angels either. So there's really, to me, there's not really just like one villain or, you know, one victim here. I feel like they kind of all are. But I mean, there's parts where you feel sorry for, you know, the kids, and then there's times where you feel sorry for the older man. So that's kind of interesting too. Some of the camera angles was another thing that I said when we seen it. That was pretty cool. I find myself more and more looking at that sort of thing. A lot of the camera angles and stuff. What I like in this movie did this a lot was, especially in the very beginning, well, not the very beginning, but when they first got to the old man's house, was there was some flowing shots where it looked like one steady flow into each room, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'm sure it wasn't one shot the whole time, but they made it look like that, which is good enough for me. Another movie that did that, and I know this is a horror channel and everything, and yes, I'm wearing a Batman shirt, and I don't care. I don't know if any of you out there have seen Birdman, with Michael Keaton, but that movie has a lot of steady flowing one-shot shots, and to me that's just awesome. That, you know, you can do that and it just looks really cool and it's different. So the cast, like I said, the main girl, and I can't remember her name, but she's always awesome. She was really good in it. The old man was awesome, and like I said, they throw in some little twists and turns in there that kind of throw you off. There's one part in the movie, and again, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you've seen it, you know there's one part towards the end of the movie that made me want to throw up. If you've seen it, you know. Also, to go back to talking about the plot, it really kept you on the edge of your seat. The action in it and the suspense to where you don't really know what's going to happen next. I thought that was really cool. To me, it's not really horror. I mean, I guess in a way it kind of is, but it in today's horror, and I mean, even going back, to the 80s and, the 70s and stuff, a lot of horror movies, they're very predictable. Even though we love them, they're very predictable. But this one, I guess some things kind of were, but overall, there were some things that I didn't see coming, and it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. It was very intense. I felt like I was doing this to my seat, like the arm rests. I was kind of doing this sometimes just because you knew something bad was going to happen, but you weren't sure what. But I love that. I absolutely love that. I love movies that keep me on the edge of my seat and that I can't really predict. There was a part, and I know somebody else mentioned this too in their review, where towards the end you kind of didn't understand why one of the characters did what they did. And again, I'm not going to say any spoilers, but when you see it, or if you have seen it, you understand. Yeah, it's at the end of the movie, not the very, very end, but it's towards the end, maybe the last 10 minutes. And I don't know, just something stupid kind of happens, and it's not stupid for the movie, it's just stupid for the character, as in, why would you do that? Why would you still need to do that? So that's how I felt about it. But trying to think if there's anything else I can say. Overall, I loved the movie. I thought it was really good. I would go see it again. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I think it's really, really good. I know some people that didn't like it. They said they were bored with it. I definitely wasn't bored with it at all. And I watch a lot of movies. As I said, I loved it. Kept me on the edge of my seat. I loved the cast, how suspenseful it was. I loved everything about it. I loved it. So, of course, like I said, I was on board once I seen Evil Dead written all over it. So, and it kind of did give off that feel a little bit with some of the gore and stuff in it, which it wasn't like too gory, but I think just enough for this type of movie, but it was enough to satisfy us horror fans who love that sort of thing. Post a comment down below if you've seen the movie. Let me know what you think. If you haven't seen it, let me know what you think of the video anyway. Like I said, I would recommend it. I would go see it. I kind of want to see it again. I thought it was really awesome. So this is just my opinion. I know some of you out there probably didn't like it, but I loved it. Post a comment, let me know what you thought of the movie. And until next time, I'll see you later.